Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Vortex podcast. For this episode, we have Leo, myself, JS, and the legend himself, Link Ash. For today's episode, we are going to be talking about fairly recent events in the Fnaf community, the recently released Help Wanted 2 and its impact on the Fnaf story, and some minor additions regarding the movie. So, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing good. Doing really good. Got some upcoming projects I got coming for my channel, so yeah,
Ooh.
that's cool.
Project, is there anything you can, are allowed to, leak for us, or no, is it, top secret?
I will say, this is gonna be a new format I'm having on my channel, so instead of having, gameplay videos, I'm gonna be having long-form type of videos, talking about, a game, or a movie, or a book, pretty much anything.
Ooh, yeah, you're cooking big time. All right. How are you doing, Link Ash?
Big cook. I am doing fine. A bit tired from just streaming for 3 hours straight for Lethal Company. But then immediately after this, gonna be editing that stream into a video. So I've got some good content coming up.
Nice.
Oh, that sounds phenomenal.
We should also probably add up how you're doing as well, because, we need to know.
Yeah, Leo, come on.
Yeah.
We're not gonna exclude you, bro. We're not gonna
I'm
exclude
doing.
you.
Okay. Oh, well.
Hey, Leo, how are you doing?
Yeah, Leo.
Well, thank
Come
you.
on, Leo.
I'm doing good. I've had a fever, though, so this week has actually been kind of good. Not fever, I'm just, a minor cold. So, we were actually going on a trip with the school, but I got to skip the day, but unfortunately it was actually cancelled the same day I was sick. And the day after that, I was also sick, and the day after that, the entire trip got cancelled again because public transportation didn't work. And I was just, chilling here, at home. Being chilling. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm just working on my short film right now. I have a freelancer that I'm working with, which is project is starting to look really good. So that's it for me.
At least the benefit from that is you didn't miss anything on the field trip, so that is a benefit.
Yeah, true.
So, in recent news, one of the most beloved creators in the FNAF community, MatPat, has decided to retire, which it's great for him because it's at the peak of his career, and I am extremely happy for him. He has a decent amount of money.
A decent amount of money.
Decent amount of money, also known as way too much money. He's 37, I think. But we're also excited to see how Tom and the other people continue moving on the Theorist channels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right, because we've got Tom and Amy and all of those.
Tom, Amy, the other people, I don't know their names.
And this also means the end of FNAF theory, so it's kind of sad to think that after all these years, MatPat will never really come to the conclusion of how the actual story of FNAF.
Yeah.
I thought Tom was gonna continue.
Tom's gonna continue them, but MatPat's not.
Oh, okay.
Well, we know that he's going to be working a bit behind the scenes on the episodes, but he's not going to be a public figure for the channel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still comforting knowing that he'll be behind the scenes, making sure everything runs smoothly. It's kind of like Scott Cawthon, actually, how he retired from game making. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's even though MatPat's not gonna host anymore, he's still gonna be doing all the behind the scenes stuff, and maybe if game did MatPat say he'll still do charity events? I don't remember if he did.
No, I think he'll keep hosting the recent one he did with Dorko and all of them theorists or something like that.
Yeah.
At least the most recent one. I think he's gonna keep doing that. I bet the person editing on screen can get that factual checked or not. So yeah.
Yeah, come on, editor. Someone.
Yeah.
I don't know who's planning to edit this.
Hi, editor. I am very proud of MatPat though. I'm very happy for him because the dude's been grinding his butt since the early times of YouTube, right? And he really deserves this break, especially for grinding for way too long. And I think I'm just gonna put this message out there for anyone watching this video, and just in general, definitely
don't be like him.
Oh my gosh, what the heck? No.
Okay.
No, as in, don't be like him, where you put your entire life on the thing and don't do anything else. never went anywhere without a camera, even on vacations. So like, don't be like that necessarily.
Oh, like a paparazzi.
Yeah, where he never went anywhere without a camera to be able to record stuff, and like he never really got a break. Make sure you take breaks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That would result in you being able to go for longer though, because right, he was probably like not necessarily burnt out, but I think it was like a good move of him to quit at his peak, because right now the game theory channels are going like they're popping off, not like the theorist channels are popping off. Loads of brands and stuff are actually just like dying slowly, milking money out of their IP, etc. But like it was a good move, as aforementioned, for MatPat to end it all off when everyone was still watching, and I think that will provide like a good foundation for the team going forward.
And of course, also to definitely give your support to the new people hosting these channels. Sure, it's going to be different without MatPat, and you know this has happened on other channels before, but definitely give your support to the new hosts and just show your support for them.
Yeah, and the one thing we need to mention is that he's hosting his last like live stream. Like I think it's in late March or something.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be gathering, from what I remember, gathering loads of people, just talking.
I kind of know his last video is going to be on March 9th, like with him in it. But I don't know about the other part though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And now we will be moving on to talking about the FNAF movie novel with JS.
Alright, yes. So, the FNAF movie novel, and in case you guys do not know, you know, what this is, it's literally pretty much the movie novel of the FNAF movie. And it's actually really, really cool because this book talks about, like, lots of things that, you know, were in the movie, but also, like, gives more expansion on it. And take an instance, or like kind of think of an example, or yeah, I'll just give you guys an example. There is a movie novel for, you know, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, which pretty much this is a book, you know, like that. And it talks about stuff that happens in the movie, or, you know, just kind of gives like a expansion of it. And it's really, really cool. And we get to see like the character's thoughts and, you know, what's actually happening in the scene. It's really, really cool. And also, to add to that as well, Scott did post something about this book on Reddit a few days ago, basically talking about, I guess, the canonicity of the book, or something like that. And pretty much, the situation is, to kind of give it in context, the Doug in the book is not the same Doug in the movie. And because of how much people loved Doug in the movie, Scott decided to say, hey, this Doug in the book is not the Doug from the movie, so pretty much the Doug in the book is decanonized, but the Doug in the movie is the canon version of Doug. So that's to kind of give you guys some clarification in case you guys were, you know, kind of, you know, confused on what was going on, especially during the diner scene. That's pretty much not canon anymore. Like, that version of Doug is not canon, but the movie version of Doug is canon. You know, something like that. But I don't know if it's just for that part or, you know, for the other parts, but yeah, but yeah, that pretty much.
It's a bad business, Hagrid. Very bad business.
But yeah, that kind of clears some stuff up for you guys.
So Click Team, the original engine that Five Nights at Freddy's, the original games were made on, have been teasing something Five Nights at Freddy's related. And by the looks of things, this might be related to Fredbear's Family Diner, since we also see some plushes lying in an abandoned, like, pizzeria, it seems. And they've also been teasing some interesting art, especially with Lulbit. I don't know how that ties in with, like, a circus theme or an OG FNAF theme, but like it's strange since this really doesn't seem to take place in the modern FNAF timeline. So theorists are now speculating how and when this fits into the timeline. And what do you guys think? What do you guys think when this game that supposedly is going to release soon is going to take place?
I personally, I want it to be a Fredbear's game. That really intrigues me. It has ever since the Steel Wool mentioned it, like mentioned wanting to do it. Um, but like I'm not entirely sure what it's gonna be. The plushes do look like they'd be like an old timey, like back more closer to old FNAF, not modern. So I don't know. Really could be anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It's like it could be anything at this point, but I think once we get more detail of the game and also like, trailers, teasers, so much more,
Yeah.
then we're gonna get like a genuine idea of how it's gonna be. But from what's been described, I'm interested to see, what's gonna happen for the game, but yeah, I think it's gonna be really, really cool.
It's worth mentioning that the creative director of Steelwood Studios actually mentioned in an interview that he wanted to like go back in time to explore the old timeline. So there is a possibility that this is going to be fleshing out the backstory of how the entire Fredbear family diner brand like came to be, and how we can potentially see the Bite of 83. That would be really interesting,
Oh yeah.
I think. And it's
Yeah.
also interesting that they're going back into Click Team Engine. I don't know if that's for like nostalgic effect or whatnot, but this seems to stand out from all the 3D games that Sequel have been working on. I'm not sure if they are directly involved in this. I suppose they are, since they are like the wielders of the FNAF IP now. So we don't really have a lot of info about this game for now, but we will definitely cover it here, right here, when we get more info about it. So make sure to subscribe to the channel.
And also keep your notifications on so you won't even miss a video. Yeah.
Ding, ding.
Yep. Apparently, I just saw people found out that Security Breach and Help Wanted were being worked on since before FNAF 6 came out.
I saw that. I just got like I was actually talking to one of my mods on my personal server.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Wait,
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't know about anything about this. Like, do you guys?
Yeah. It's a new thing people have found.
Okay, so you're telling me that Scott was already preparing to wield off the IP to Steelwood Studios, and
Yeah.
they were
Steel
already
Wool has
early-
been working since before. Like Steel Wool has been like somewhat working with him since like they started making Security Breach and Help Wanted before FNAF 6 came out, which means 2 games before Help Wanted came out.
What?
And not just Help Wanted, it was both Help Wanted and Security Breach that were being worked on, which is the crazy part.
Wait, so what? That's
Yeah,
I
it's
actually didn't know.
wild. Even if they didn't carry out the game the best, which like if it had been worked on since before FNAF 6 came out, that's kind of goofy that Security Breach still ended up how it did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like saying they didn't have much time is no longer an excuse.
Yeah.
That is no longer an excuse. I mean, I gotta be honest, man. Hey, man.
Well, we caught you lacking.
Yeah, man. Step up your game. Nah.
But we still love you. We still love you, Seawolf. Hope you know that.
Yeah, we love you and your games. Your games are great.
So recently, we got an official Five Nights at Freddy's Roblox game, which was quickly taken down by Scott Cawthon himself. Apparently, it was in early development, and yeah, you get to say more about this, Link.
Yeah, so apparently, devs of this game that Scott has working to make the Roblox game, Metaverse Team Frights, they had sent him a model or something, I believe. Scott had approved the model, but for some reason, these devs thought that he said release the game in beta, and so after a weird misunderstanding, a ton of people got to play for a few hours of this really scuffed, like, temporary assets, temporary models, not 100% not finished game. And everyone was complaining about it so much.
Mm-hmm.
And so Scott obviously got mad because that's not what he wanted. He wanted this to be a surprise. Like, because he loves playing Roblox with like his kids and stuff, and so like he's always wanted to make a Roblox FNAF game. Especially a multiplayer one, because multiplayer FNAF is like peak. But then so he got mad about this, and everyone was calling it a Dead by Daylight rescanner, stuff like that, and so Scott decided to tell him to scrap everything. Like, everything been scrapped. They're completely restarting gameplay, story, everything in it. And so that we don't know anything about it. We just know that there's gonna be a Roblox game.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. So, we'll have to look around and wait for that to come out. Though, Scott did say if it doesn't meet his standards, like, if it doesn't reach the point that he wants it to, it will never come out.
And
Yeah.
no, I really just can't wrap my peanut brain around it. I no,
Yeah.
it's unfathomable.
So
Yeah.
definitely do expect us at Vortex, if and when it comes out, to be playing this all together as a group, because multiplayer FNAF, finally
Yeah.
something that Vortex can do all together.
I know.
Yeah.
Alright, so the last thing we're going to be talking about is, Help 1 and 2's release, the plot, the story, and just, other stuff that's going to be involved with it. But before we even get started, just warning you guys, if you have not played the game,
Spoiler warning.
yes, if you guys have not played the game yet, there's going to be major, and I'm saying major spoilers ahead. So if you guys want to, skip past that part, go to this certain point of the video, and yeah.
Alright, so we can first talk about when this game is taking place in the timeline. My personal opinion is that it's taking place between the ending of Security Breach and the start of Ruin, because in the Roxy minigame, you can actually, at the end of the Ruin section, you can put on Roxy's mask, which is the mask that she wears in Ruin, right? And there's no way that she got that like before Security Breach and after Ruin.
I think you're talking about Fanny's mask.
No, like Roxy's mask, right?
The mask that Roxy has on, like the ruined Roxy, the way her face is weird and different.
Yeah,
They put it on in that.
Yeah. I get what you guys are talking about. I just got really confused for a second, so that's my
Oh
apologies.
no worries. Yeah. Thank you actually that you said that, because now it's like more easy to understand now that we've emphasized that.
Yeah,
But,
sorry, wrong mask. Two different masks.
Something.
What's also interesting is that Roxy sits in the same place that we see her in Ruin, meaning that it's likely that Help 1 and 2 takes place like right before Ruin. I'm unsure, because like time isn't really.
I don't think so, because of other stuff at the end. Like, given Cassie's dad or whoever we play as, Cassie's dad, ends up becoming Maskbot and giving the thing to her after giving the mask. So it probably wasn't like directly before, because he couldn't have done that all right before while Cassie was there, and then given her the mask.
Yeah.
That would have been like some speedy stuff.
Yeah.
But it's so confusing. Like, is Help 1 to 2 a VR game, or does it happen in real life?
I'm pretty sure it's a real life thing. Like, which is annoying, because like, why call it a sequel to something if it's like not also an in-universe game? But I don't know.
But then we have the thing that like, is it like the ending, the Vanny ending, where Vanny crushes Glitch Trap? Is that a thing that happens in Vanny's mask? And if so, like, why would that happen? No, I'm pretty sure you even hand off to the golden guy, right? Like, in the ending.
Yeah. Like, which of the endings is correct?
That is true. I mean, I think...
Or we could be like MatPat and believe that all of them, which, actually, I see that all of them are real.
I can kind of see that too, because in the arcade ending, like when we're like in the little arcade thing and we give Vanny the mask, I think.
Little glitch trap plush, I believe.
Yeah, the glitch trap plushie. We give Vanny that, and she squishes that, basically, ending her I guess like mental connection or something like that. Because I this is gonna really sound far-fetched, but I honestly think that Vanny has like some sort of mental connection with Afton, or not Afton, but the Mimic, and is saying that you have to do all these, bad stuff. And I think because of that, it pretty much, whenever Vanessa got freed from that, it like ended her like connection with that. And I also think that
that's her getting free, fully free.
And it's a symbolism for that too.
Plus, we finished the Princess Quest 4, I believe, is what that was. So like that's the actual final Princess Quest minigame.
Yeah.
She may have lost a little bit of the glitch trap and stuff controlling her, and so she had more of her own self-control. But she's completely removing glitch trap from her brain in Help 102.
Yeah.
But it's also a bit confusing with the argument that FNAF Help 102 happens in real life, considering that when we play Princess Quest 2, the princess approaches like she's right next to us, and it's a bit confusing, right? Because you have to kill her to get into the game. But does that happen in real life or in the arcade? Like, my brain is melting. I don't.
It's FNAF.
I think also
that's my explanation. My explanation is just it's FNAF.
Yeah. I just also kind of hope like we will get like some answer in like a book or something like that. I just at least hope we'll get an answer in that in some way.
There was also the Candy Cadet story, which was talking about like, I don't exactly remember it, but it was like this woman that was like getting that was with a young boy and stuff like that, that like was very reminiscent of Vanessa and Gregory. So
we said that in sync, yes. Yeah, well, it's a Hansel and Gretel story, right? That symbolizes Vanessa and Gregory going into presumably Afton's grip and then being killed, which contradicts their Princess Quest ending, because then we see Vanessa tying a mental connection from Afton, right? So, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just all, speculation and theory, but once we get a full answer, we'll, hopefully at least we'll get an answer.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of answers, I feel like we also should mention the fact that the books have been confirmed to be canon.
Yeah? Yeah? And
do you want to do it, Jazz? Because you are like the queen of books.
Okay, yeah. Let me tell you my excitement of hearing that the books are of the Tales books that or just any of the books that are canon. Oh my gosh!
That means that sea bunnies are officially canon, guys. So
God. Don't make me think of that.
Now hear me out. For the new Click Team game, right? The sea bunnies are going to be coming out of the water.
I'm not hearing you out on this. No.
Canon?
But for real though, honestly, I'm very happy about that the books are canon in a lot of ways, because like especially in the Tales books, there is a lot, and I mean a lot, of like different locations in the Pizzaplex that definitely have been there. Like, of course, there's not a lot of stuff that we see in Security Breach, but whoa, man, it looks so crazy. Like, maybe that's also why maybe some of the places were under construction of the game.
That's a good theory, actually, that I don't think I've heard anyone talking about. But there was also this, like, big tree, right, in Tales of the Pizzaplex.
Yep. And
there was the Mimicry 1 program.
Sorry about that.
There is a big hole, like a big, like, area in, like, the center of the dining area, and the tree!
Oh, the wise mystical trees, Canon. I love trees.
I mean, also, too, like, the story of the Mimic. That, like, pretty much how the Mimic was made, why the Mimic was down there, in the sinkhole area, it explains so much, and I figured this whole time that the books were canon because it was telling us how the Mimic got there. And then also, too, to add the fact that, like, in Ruin, we saw the Mimic there. And if you read the books, you would know how he got there and his story.
this theorizing is that, well, it's not theorizing at this point. Actual. So like these facts are actually crazy to think about.
I know.
But that like that serves the question, like that begs the question, like, is Felix the Shark canon and the Sea Bonnies? Because if they are, I would love to see an in-game appearance. Like the next, like I like Willie Mafton. Let's be honest, guys, he's been overdone. Just like toss him away. Let's make Felix the Shark, Sea Bonnies like the new
But
like
here's,
main antagonists. Oh God,
I know
would be
that
so
Freddy in Space 3 was supposed to be a meme game, but why was Felix the Shark there?
Oh yeah.
Actually, why was Felix? Guys, I think this is leading towards something bigger. And also the map bot. This is like going straight out of what we're talking about now. But the fact that Mask Bot is now has such lore relevance, which in FNAF Help Wanted
Yeah.
2 gave the mask to Cassie, which happened in
Cassie's-
Rune, by the way.
He's
Cassie's
Cassie's dad and Bonnie Bro. Which
Yeah.
is both the same person, so
But now we're just like,
Which that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like we have 100% confirmation that that is Bonnie Bro.
Mm-hmm. Because Bonnie Bro did wear
also-
the Bonnie mask in FNAF 4.
As yet again, we're mentioning MatPat yet again. As MatPat had said, it's kind of going into another new like new villain. Like Cassie being the controlled by Glitchap now,
Mm-hmm.
or the Mimic. And so now Cassie's a new villain. Vanessa finally gets freed in Help Wanted 2.
Mm-hmm.
Also, can I just say, my theory about evil businessman Helpy was more correct than I thought.
Actually, as well, because, yeah.
Helpy is the new, like, the Mimic takes the form of Helpy. Helpy is, the one, like, he's in Help Wanted 2, trying to get us to, free glitch app or whatever. Not free glitch app, but do something.
Yeah,
Uh,
for the Mimic.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And it's
get
worth
the
mentioning-
dude trapped. Yeah, so the Helpy is Mimic AI, and he's pulling the strings.
Mhm.
So, why was I more correct than I wanted to be?
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah. So it's like, that's funny you should say that, Link. And it's also
I made
worth
that as a
mentioning-
joke, and now it's
And-
like almost real.
It's actually real now.
Mhm.
I think Stable needs to IU, Link.
Which,
gonna
like,
say it.
I would say, go check out that video, to know what we're talking. But I accidentally deleted it a few months ago.
Oh no!
Yeah, stupid YouTube
Oh.
Studio messed up, and I thought that it was something else and deleted it.
Oh no.
So now I don't have that. I need to recreate it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, please do. Yeah, that's actually going back to what you said earlier, Link. It's worth mentioning that the Mimic virus or the Mimic O1 program takes the form of Helpy with an I, right? But the character
Yeah,
Helpy
Helpy.
is spelled with a Y.
Mhm.
So they
Yeah.
are technically two characters. So the character that we see in a digital form is presumably the Mimic, telling us to play Help Wanted 2 so we can get the endings. And Helpy the mascot that we basically torture, like at one point in
Oh.
every game, is like the actual poor little Helpy. So I feel, yeah.
Helpy, more like needs Helpy.
I know, poor guy. Poor guy's getting tortured. Poor guy's getting tortured in every single FNAF game.
Every single game. Bro needs, like, mental help, physical help, every kind of help.
For the next Help Wanted 3, we are actually going to be doing therapy sessions.
Yes,
with
we're gonna be
Helpy.
doing therapy sessions with Helpy, guys. Helpy
Yeah.
therapy.
Helpy therapy. Make it official, Steel Wool. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, Steel Wool.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Alright,
Wee-oo,
so,
whoa.
to also continue with Help Wanted 2, we're getting flat mode.
And quest port.
This spring, guys, they haven't given us an official date yet, which is really frustrating. But to the people that haven't been able to play it yet, they should be able to play sometime
Finally.
in April, presumably, because that's when spring starts. So
Yeah,
we'll
April
see.
to, I think, actually, doesn't it start in March?
Oh yeah, yeah, it starts in March, so maybe March.
So March
April.
to April. I don't expect it to be late May. Late March. I mean, bleh, late spring. So it shouldn't be May. It shouldn't. But I don't know.
I think it's gonna come out March.
March or
beginning
April.
March, beginning of April, most likely.
Yeah, probably like late March, early April, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just a theory.
A game theory.
Bro, he's retiring and we're talking about him constantly.
Okay, everyone, to the people that are still listening or watching, can we get like a salute to MatPat in the comments?
R.I.P.
Come on,
Can we just-
R.I.P. That is gruesome.
No,
Alright.
no, I meant retire in peace.
Retire in peace. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But also put
Perfect.
hashtag we love you MatPat in the comments.
We love you, MatPat.
Yep.
Not MatPat trending on YouTube and Twitter and everywhere at the moment he posted that video. He was literally on trending lists everywhere when he posted that.
Yeah.
Well, it comes to show that how many lives he has impacted,
Yeah,
which is very wholesome. Like he's made so many people's childhoods,
yeah.
including mine. And the
It's
fact
like-
that he's now stepping off is like, it's kind of like
Surreal.
bittersweet in a way because he deserves it. Spending time with his family. It's also like kind of sad that we get to see him in his full capacity, like obviously not on screen anymore, mostly.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. But yeah, pretty much covers everything that we needed to talk about. Yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed today's, episode of the podcast. Whether you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify, just,
you know.
I'm losing my train of thought.
Well, you can find anything FNAF related here on the Vortex channel. And as always, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye!